Bailey, President and CEO of Blast Music Concepts, and as an introductory, I kind of wanted to give people out there who've been listening to the music online and liking what they hear a little bit of an idea as to what BMC really is. That's Blast Music Concepts. BMC is a small boutique label created pretty much out of a necessity, which is the mother of all inventions. But how we got here is because, yeah, there's a lot of music out there that you know, it spans the gap of, you know, good to ugly, great to horrible, you know, and I think it skews on one side. I think that, you know, people luck up on a lot of records sometimes, and you hear a lot of joints that come and go, or labels that come and go. And you know, I started BMC because I wanted to create a place where we don't do every kind of music. We do urban music, and given my history, you know, and my education in the music business, you know, even from an intern at Def Jam all the way to Interscope Records as an A&R person there, you know, I built it because I felt as though, like many things that you know, when you have something that you do primarily, you tend to focus a lot on doing that one thing right. We don't do 5 things here. BMC does urban music, period. We do a wonderful job, I think, with rap. Like you'll hear when you listen to Remy, who I particularly think is the next Jeezy. You'll listen to Ebony Yarbrough, and Ebony Yarbrough is a classic, you know, artist that, once again, you will come to know, as well as 2 Weeks in Vegas. Those are the 3 artists that I began this company with, and they're the cornerstones of what this company is built on. You know, so with saying that, Blast Music Concepts is not for everybody. You know, I would imagine that if my records were to go pop, it'd be because the masses have decided that that's what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not leaning that way. I'm very much so 97.1, you know, Hot 97. I'm very much so 107.9 here in Atlanta. And that's where that's where I want to, you know, pretty much stay. You know, I want to make music for my, you know, for my peers and people who rock the way I rock, and listen to what I listen to feel like this is some of the best stuff that you can get for that. You know, and that's the kind of thing that goes pop when you have something that people identify that seriously with. So I will never focus on things like that. You know, with that said, you know, the marketplace that I'm walking into with this company right now is one where there's a lot of different, you know, companies. There's a lot of different outfits that you can go look into for the sake of a record that they're pushing, or a mixtape that they have out, you know, or something that they've really gone hard in the streets. And yes, we will do those things, but I spent a lot of time trying to get this music thing straight first, so that when you hear a product that has our name on it, BMC's name on it, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. Like, it's one of those things where 10 years from now, I'm gonna call somebody who's hot in maybe your city, and he's gonna say, well, yo, Jimmy just called from Blast. Like, I gotta take that call seriously. You know, like much like if Russell would have called, or if Leor would have called. These are the people who I grew up listening, paying attention to, and taking, you know, heed of, and as well as Kelvin Lyles and Thomas Littell, Kevin Mitchell, Jazz, you know, Steve Stout. We do things, we don't do a whole bunch of things. I'm not from a school of thought where we do a bunch of different things. We do 1 or 2 things really well, and we run with that. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, you know, this is going to be the beginning of a series of steps where I show you what I'm doing as I build this company. So, you know, tune in. Feel free to share this. You guys are trying to get something like a label up and running, please pay attention if you like. But it's going to be a wild ride, and you're going to see what it takes to really put in the groundwork to get something like that up and moving. But it starts with what I already have in place, and that is a real understanding of what it is that I do and my company is designed to do first and foremost. And that is create records that, from a DJ's perspective, I make 1 o'clock records. 1 o'clock records to me are records that the DJ, he's waiting to play this record. At 1 o'clock when the dance floor is packed and everybody's fucked up and drunk already and ready to have that real good time, like that good, the sweet spot of the club night, I make records designed to play then. Right there. At 1 o'clock he looks around, he's like, they're ready. Boom. He drops records like that. That's what we make here, and that's primarily all that I want to make. You know, so I don't have a bunch of things going on, but the things that I do have working are designed to do just that. You know, and you'll hear that, like again with Remy, you'll hear that with Ebony's record. You know, if you go to www.reverbnation.com/blast music concepts, you'll get a sense of really what's going on, and the people are already starting to speak when I see the research come back from just those hits that are online, you know, and I get a good gauge of where I am as far as that's concerned. But you know, shout out to everybody out there who's really trying to, you know, do something sincere in the music and really have a concept of where they want to go. You know, I identify with you guys, and I hope that you guys will identify with me. We're gonna go trying to get records played in the club. We're gonna go to the radio station, trying to get our records played in the radio station. We're gonna go online. We're gonna do a lot of things, and I'm gonna take you guys with me in a series of episodes like this, short ones, where you guys can really get a look at what it takes, because I'm gonna do it, and you guys are gonna watch, hopefully. All right, BMC, be on the lookout. I'll holla. Jimmy Bailey, take care.